Hello and welcome to the Union and Involvement Services Emotional Risk module. Today we're going to cover what emotional risk looks like and what your organization can do to avoid it or to stifle its impact. As a student organization, you must be able to identify, define, and communicate your risk management responsibilities. Well-formed plans can prevent innumerable foreseeable events from occurring. So what is emotional risk? It's the possibility or potential for something to cause emotional distress in participants of an event. This can include fear or anxiety, harassment, offense or disgust, rejection or discrimination, etc. While these reactions are rarely intended or guaranteed, as an organization, you must evaluate the risk for these reactions to occur in participants. We can do this using a simple three-step evaluation. First, identifying risk. Look at situations that could cause an emotional response. Next, assessing the risk, deciding how likely and how harmful the potential emotional risk could be, both to your own members and non-member participants. Finally, mitigating that risk, choosing a plan of action to handle the risk of the situation. So first, let's look more closely at how your organization can identify risk. A good place to start is asking yourself the following questions. What feelings may be evoked by the sponsorship of our event? What sensitive topics will be present at our event? Are we presenting ourselves in any way that could be offensive? Can we foresee other groups getting offended by the event even though our group wouldn't consider it offensive? Next, assess risk. To do this, your group must examine the likelihood, severity, and potential outcomes of an emotional upset caused by your event. Is it likely that anyone will be upset by your event? How severely upset would any affected persons likely be? What potential outcomes should occur should anyone be offended? These could include things like verbal exchange or harassment, potential for hostility, damage to your organization's reputation. Is it possible that as a result of participants' emotional response that your organizational members could be put in physical danger? It's important to consider the outcomes of an emotional response. Finally, your organization should make a plan to mitigate risk based on the likelihood and seriousness of the threat. One option is to eliminate the source of risk completely. If the cause of risk isn't pivotal to the point of the event, strongly consider eliminating it. If the event is sure to come with some emotionally risky content, reduce the probability of risk by presenting the content in less upsetting ways or providing trigger warnings. Finally, prepare for facing the risk at the event. If there is not a sufficient way to reduce the emotional risk beforehand, make a plan to de-escalate the situation or handle it safely. Additionally, make sure that members know what to do to address an upset participant in the safest way possible. Let's look at an example of a potentially emotionally risky situation on campus. A group on campus is holding a rally in support of C Hall, as they believe it to be the best dining hall. A handful of participants of the rally are getting rowdy, shouting increasingly provocative cheers and becoming aggressive to passerbys. Students who believe Ryle is the best dining hall are beginning to feel uncomfortable. Some are even starting to begin a heated exchange with the C Hall supporters. This causes discomfort and anxiety in participants. What could have been done to prevent some of these risks? So first, we should ask, can we eliminate the source of risk? Probably not. Ryle Hall supporters are sure to witness the event. There is no way to hold the event without rallying behind an opinion that some might disagree with. Next, can we reduce the probability of a poor outcome? Yes. Encouraging respectful practice during the rally among participants could reduce risk. Making sure members of the rally aren't agitating passerbys or getting rowdy during the event could reduce the probability of Ryle Hall supporters feeling distress as a result of the event. Finally, what can be done to prepare for the remaining risk? If a passerby is getting upset, a plan to maintain polite, civil, and peaceful discussion could help to de-escalate any emotional situations. However, at the end of the day, if someone is reacting in a hostile way to your event, you must first consider the safety of your members and those participating, even if that means stepping away from a turbulent situation or not engaging.